You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney Theme Parks podcast, and this is show number 558 for Sunday, the 3rd of August, 2025.
Where dreams begin.
Hello and welcome to this week's Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young, and together with my jolly good chum Jane Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin. Hello there, Jane.
Hello there, Michelle, and how are we this bright and relatively sunny where I am day? Enjoying your holidays, your school holidays,
I
yay!
am. Can I go down the route of Pointer Sisters?
Right, go on.
I'm so excited.
Couldn't figure it out. Then as soon as you said I'm, I thought I know where she's going with this.
Yeah. I know, it's getting so close. Oh my word. I've been treated over the last couple of weeks because I've got a friend in Florida right now and I'm getting bombarded with sort of videos and pictures of everything they're doing. It looks amazing. Apart from which day? Monday night. He sent me a video of a very soggy wet Epcot.
Yes, they're having some very high temperatures or real field temperatures at the moment. And I must admit, I was watching a vlog this morning and it was Epcot as well. And oh boy, did it rain.
Oh, yeah. They were leaving Epcot to go over to the Riviera for dinner, a nice, really posh dinner at the Riviera Resort at Topolino's Terrace. You're
Oh,
paying
lovely.
$60 plus for a steak. And they ended up arriving looking like drowned rats.
Which then, Michelle, makes me remember the year that we met up and went to
Lord.
Beaches and Cream to do the kitchen sink challenge. And I just remember trying to walk around the boardwalk and trying to avoid the puddles. Well, there weren't puddles, they were like mini lakes, weren't they? And it was just, ridiculous.
We didn't walk, we swam.
We swam. We were little ducklings
We
that day, weren't
swam.
we?
Yeah.
And then the worst
Oh
part
my
is
word,
air
that's how I
air
get.
conditioning. Air conditioning when you're wet is not pleasant.
No, it's not. Anyway, so digressing back down to normal discussion.
Yes.
Yes, get very excited. It is under 20 days to the Disney cruise.
Woo-hoo.
So Caroline and I have been looking at all the menus and sort of like guessing what we're going to have and planning out our starters, mains and desserts and getting very excited and thinking about, have I got a swimsuit because I'm going to go in the adults pool area, and have I got this and have I got that, and little things like remembering that the walls of a Disney cruise line are magnetic, so you can take clips to hang things off the walls with. And yes, so I've been delving in cupboards and drawers and getting all of the good stuff ready for. I should just keep it all in a suitcase. I know, I will do that when I get back, I promise. Although it might take me a while to get unpacked because I literally won't get back on the Sunday till about 5-6 o'clock at night, and I'm due in work the next morning at 8.
Oh, with kids as well, as in you've been working with kids, or have you got like a teacher training day? Please tell me you've got a teacher training day.
We've got 2 days of teacher training, and I'm delivering training on writing.
So Michelle's going to be sat in the corner, loading up on caffeine. I know what you could do, Michelle. You know what you could do, that trick where you paint your eyeballs onto your eyelids, so you could sit and have a snooze in the corner. Everybody would think you're actually really awake.
Yeah, but when I'm presenting, I need to be awake.
Yeah, but come up with something that basically they have to go away and do a lot of work so that you can just wait until they're finished.
Or I could just bring back the Walt animatronic from Disneyland and have him deliver the inset training for me.
There you go. Why hadn't we thought of this? Robot teachers.
Don't joke, it's probably going that way and I'll be out of a job.
I was going to say, this sounds like something out of 1984 or something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Some overlords. Anyway, let's get back to Disney.
Let's get back to Disney. And, oh my word, we have got quite a bit of things to discuss in this week. And I think the first one is hands, legs, feet, objects must stay in the vehicle. Oh my word, test track. I don't know if you saw about this. It was posted on Reddit, which I don't normally partake in, but I saw it.
Hmm.
And there was an incident where, when you get in test track and you buckle up and
Yeah.
you're in your seatbelt, and then you go around to the seatbelt check, the vehicle goes up a slight incline, and then the cast member says, tug on the yellow strap.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, allegedly, a female guest in the back row began to panic, believing her seatbelt wasn't properly put in place.
Okay.
So she then decided to leave the vehicle.
How?
I've no idea. But the minute that person tried to get out of the vehicle, it goes into e-stop, which means nothing's happening. The
No.
whole ride system shuts
It's
down so
down.
that
Yeah.
nobody can get injured. And having had a ride evac, actually, I've had more than one ride evac on test track. I think it's the ride system I've had the most evacs on. I think it's at 4. These are quite forceful. If you're going through a part of the attraction that's at quite a speed, it literally stops.
Mm.
And that seatbelt doesn't half hurt when it stops.
Well, it's obviously doing
So,
its intended job, but it could be avoided if people just because they wouldn't let you go, that car would not be moving on the track if that seatbelt was not in place. They have things to check, that's why they do all these checks and get you to do, and they've got little, if you look, they've got monitors, haven't they, that tell them if seats aren't clicked in and stuff.
yeah. Seemingly, the guest got back into the vehicle, laughing, finding it hysterical, allegedly, again. But no sort of like escort off the premises from Disney or anything. However, we know Disney have CCTV going
Mm,
throughout the park. I would imagine that whilst the people in that vehicle may not have seen any consequence, I imagine there was a consequence, because that's unsafe behaviour. It's in Disney's terms and conditions that they can have whoever they like on their premises because it's private property.
mm.
So just because nobody saw her being banned doesn't mean it possibly didn't
No,
happen.
obviously
But
CCTV all over, and lots of plainclothes people as well. Remember, guys, it's not, we know we see the security guys walking around in the blue, but there's a lot of plainclothes people patrolling as well.
as I have said before, when I was having a theme park tour with a well-known Disney aficionado, 2 lots of different Disney undercover officers came up and stopped them for conducting a private tour in the Magic Kingdom.
Mm,
And they were undercover every time.
yeah,
So, it does happen. Anyway,
it does.
as a guest, if you were in the queue or on the ride vehicle, you would have been particularly annoyed because the ride system takes 90 minutes to reset.
Wowzers. Yeah, this is a problem with a lot of these rides, isn't it? It's that classic you drop your hat and yeah, you're going to cause problems for people.
Mm. Well, it's the classic, isn't it, with Rise of the Resistance? If you don't
Exactly.
take your hat off, that blows onto the floor, and the floor has sensors, and it's an e-stop again, and
Yeah.
it takes a while to reset everything. So
Yeah.
it's not great, guys. So yeah, there are instructions there for a reason. And I'm also seeing stories of people having a little bit of a contretemps in queues at the moment as well. So I think the hot weather is getting some guests a little bit riled up. So if you are going to the parks, please, please, please take some patience pants and be nice to your fellow guests.
Absolutely. Enjoy if you're stuck in a queue, that's fine. Enjoy the aircon. That's what queues are for.
Best bit of some attractions, isn't it? Getting into that aircon. So that was the first thing. And then the next thing that sort of got my attention this week,
Mm,
because I'm always focused on value for money.
absolutely.
And I saw that Disneyland has had quite a few price increases.
Oh, have they?
And this is food and bev. So you're looking at price rises from anything between 75 cents to $4, depending on the item.
Okay.
So when you're trying to budget for your holidays, it may only be $1 here, $1 there, but it soon builds up. So, for example,
Mm.
a Dole Whip float has gone from $7 to $7.75 if you want to go and get one of those. And some of the other bar menu options at Trader Sam's, for example, have increased by $1. So we're looking at the chicken tenders, the shrimp tempura, the poke bowl, and the poo poo platter, all up by
Mhm.
$1. We're looking at price increases at Wine Country Trattoria, Lamplight Lounge. There's some things that have increased as well. And the thing that caught my eye, and I think this is only because, as I say, my friend Tom is in Walt Disney World at the moment.
Mm.
He does a lot of these dining packages so that
Okay.
he can have a meal, because they do tend to have multi-course meals while they're in the theme park, and then save time by getting that reserved seating.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is obviously at Disneyland and he's at Walt Disney World, but I thought we could do a comparison. The Fantasmic package at Disneyland has gone up between $4 and $6. So if
Right.
you're looking at a family of four, that's going up quite a considerable chunk. So I know you don't really have your finger on the pulse over these sort of prices at the moment, Jane.
No.
Cafe Orleans standard dining package, it previously was $58. It's now gone up to 64.
That's a decent jump, isn't it?
Mm. The Riverbell Terrace has gone from 58 to 64.
Okay. This
So
is
little,
standard. Yeah.
yeah. And that's the standard dining package over there. The cheapest way to get a good seat for
Mm.
Fantasmic, or a space, should we say, because obviously Disneyland is different, is via Rancho del Zocalo. It's $35 for adults, and that's obviously a quick service rather than a sit down
Sit
meal.
down. Yeah.
But it gives you the option of being in a sort of place where you don't have to sort of get in line, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
So I thought I'd compare it to Walt Disney World's packages to see
Okay.
how
Yeah.
they sort of compare. And in Walt Disney World, you get an entree and the dessert at select full service restaurants, or a buffet, along with a non-alcoholic beverage, or you can choose an alcoholic beverage if you are 21 and over.
Right.
And that gets you a voucher for guaranteed seating at Fantasmic.
Okay. So this is a seat as
So,
well. So yeah.
yeah, the cheapest option you can go with is Sci-Fi Diner,
Mhm.
$57.
Okay. So that was slightly cheaper than some of the original prices out in Disneyland, and definitely cheaper than their up priced.
Yeah. And when you think of that, you can think, oh, your alcoholic beverage could be 15 to $18 or so, your main $25. So it could be getting to the point where it's not going to cost you that much more.
Yeah.
50s prime time is $60. Hollywood Brown Derby is $83, and Hollywood and Vine, which is the classic character meat over there, at $81 for adults.
So Hollywood and Vine, you can appreciate you're paying the premium there for your character meet and greet, aren't you?
Mm,
And obviously Brown Derby is a much higher end dining experience, so you can understand why that's got that hefty price tag.
yeah. I've been there, I've done that. For me personally, at this stage, I would not be paying $83 out, because obviously you've got $83 for a meal. That's probably
Mm.
going to be my food budget for 3 days.
Well, this is it,
So,
isn't it? It's yeah, it's whatever grooves your truffle, so to speak. But make sure if you're doing it, you research your menus beforehand. You make best use of it.
yeah. Over at Disneyland, they also have packages in DCA for the World of Colour, and
Of
these have
course.
risen between $3 and $10. So the Storytellers Cafe dinner buffet, previously at $69, is now $79.
Ouch.
Wine Country Trattoria dining package, previously 69, now 73. And the Magic Key Terrace dining package has gone also 69 to 73.
Yeah, they're quite significant increases, aren't they, shall we say?
Absolutely. So as we've always said, for some people it works out, for some people it doesn't. If you are short on time and would be eating a big meal, then it's probably something that you would say, hey, this is going to work out for us. So fantastic. And a slight aside, I did mention alcohol there. For our lovely English listeners, if you are going to be traveling on the Disney Cruise Line departing from Southampton or the European port this summer, did you know if your child is 18 plus but under the 21 usual alcoholic not allowed beverage age, you can go to guest services and sign a waiver, and their Key to the World card will be modified so an over 18 can get alcohol with your permission.
Yeah, the difference between obviously our laws and the US laws, isn't it? So
Yeah,
yeah,
because over
good one.
here, you can buy alcoholic beverages once you hit 18. You know, for some families who have got those late teens, it must be quite frustrating thinking, I'm 20, I can go out on the lash at home and I've got to have Coca-Cola on a cruise ship.
Yeah, 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 good one
Oh,
to mention.
yeah. Although the cynic in me is thinking, yeah, Disney's found a way they can ka-ching some more cash out of the guests. But
Oh,
yes.
you've been doing this too long, Michelle.
I know, I know. And whilst I am mentioning alcohol on the Disney Cruise Line, just a top tip that not everybody always knows about. If you do want to partake in an alcoholic beverage, I highly recommend, and this is also echoed by our lovely friend Anthony Markham, is surviving on the cocktail of the day. For under $10, you can choose this cocktail and it changes daily and it's a little bit cheaper than you would normally pay for. So it's a good way if you don't mind trying out a different cocktail each day, saving yourself a few dollars as well.
Yeah, and plus remember you can take on, is it up to 2 bottles of wine? So, and there's
Yeah,
certain limitations as well, isn't there, on bottled water, etc. So wouldn't bother with bottled water, but if you want to take your own alcohol on board, then that's maybe something that you could look into as well.
absolutely. Although I'm taking my own water on board. So sorry, Jane. Just, yeah. I know I'll be going up to the gym to replenish the lovely cucumber water and the lemon water that you can get from there, which is a little bit nicer than what you can get from the vending machines. But yeah, anyway. We have been keeping everything crossed for the menus for food and wine. They have not appeared as yet.
No.
However, there's a brand new breakfast buffet that has appeared and tantalized me a little bit. I got very excited until I read all the details. Did you see about this, Jane?
This is Chef de France, isn't it? They're
It
doing a breakfast
is
buffet?
a breakfast buffet, especially for food and wine. And I suppose it's going to be a bit of a test for Disney to see if this is going to be successful and profitable, that they may continue it, you would like to think, later on.
Yeah, I must admit, when I just heard a very quick snippet and it was like, new breakfast buffet. I thought, oh, my ears pricked up. I thought, because I like breakfast and I quite like a breakfast buffet. And then I
Yeah.
realised it was only for the food and wine, and it's only on Fridays and Saturdays.
And you can book it from the 12th of August, but it doesn't technically start for reservations for you to actually go until the 5th of September, which is after my trip.
Yeah, and it's like it's quite what's that, a couple of weeks into the start of food and wine as well, isn't it? So they're not
Yeah.
even starting it when food and wine starts, which is around about, is it 22nd of August, something like that?
28th.
28th, that was quite later. Yeah.
Yeah. On the menu, you've got assorted French pastries. So you're looking at the traditional ones, nothing too exotic. You know, you're looking at croissants, pain au chocolat, almond croissants, which I absolutely adore, and other pastries. They're talking about fresh baked baguettes, cheeses and charcuterie, smoked salmon and all the trimmings, fruit. But the big thing that might entice some of our lovely listeners is the unlimited mimosas.
Oh, okay.
So that could be a draw for many to start their morning with a bit of a zing. Fruit juices and freshly brewed caffeinated beverages are going to be available. There is no price point, Jane.
Yes, I was going to say this is the missing thing, isn't it? It's like how much are they going to charge? Because that's very much I suppose, what would be termed a continental breakfast. There's no hot food. There's no cereals.
No.
It's an interesting choice to call it a buffet because that's not very. There's not much there really, is there?
I'm thinking for myself, a price point I can see about $45. And I've based that, which is very similar to Tusker House's breakfast. Obviously,
Right.
at Tusker House, you do get the unusual African slanted cuisine, you get the characters, but you don't get unlimited mimosas. So that's $45. So I'm sort of thinking on that sort of price point, because a bog standard buffet without characters, you're looking at somewhere such as Boma, $39, Ale and Compass, which you can get your breakfast, which has sort of like a pastry bar, cereals, and then you
Mm.
choose a cooked main. That's $28. Going up to Crystal Palace with your characters at 52 and Chef Mickey's at 58. I'm sort of price pointing it a little bit lower than Chef Mickey's. I may be wrong. Shoot, but we will see. My magic number is 45. So let's see if I'm wrong or right.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one because obviously having that alcoholic tag on it, that is obviously going to cause the price to rise, isn't it? So
Mm.
I have to say, if it is around that mark, Michelle, I won't be partaking.
Yeah, well, if you are a drinker, then I think you can really hit it to the man and have quite a fair few mimosas.
Mm.
But until you know what the actual offerings are going to be, I would be spending my money probably at Ale and Compass rather than anywhere else. Although I've only booked one breakfast for this trip, and that's going to be over at Topolino's Terrace.
Spoiling yourself as you deserve to be.
I'm having a spoilt moment. I will be getting myself up at heaven's o'clock because my reservation is at something ridiculous like 7:45 in the morning. But yes, that is the plan, is to get myself some really good food at Topolino's Terrace, meet all the characters. Yeah, I need to make sure I've got myself on the right wavelength for what outfit I'm going to wear. So, yeah.
Good. We love a bit of good old Disney planning, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. And away from the whole of this, can I just ask listeners, are you the same as me? I am reorganizing my t-shirt collection. And my grandson was looking at me really confusing because I was getting all the t-shirts and I'd laid them all out on the bed, and then I was putting them into piles and sorting them. So I've got these I'm so OCD. Short sleeve round neck, short sleeved crew neck, long sleeve, round neck, long sleeve. Then I've got different categories for Disney. So I've gone with, at the moment, those that are theme park specific, such as Disneyland, Fantasyland, Walt Disney World, Epcot, Hollywood Studios. So if it's a Disney theme park, it's in there. Then I've gone with a pile for Mickey and Minnie, and then I've gone for other character. So I've got like my Duffy t-shirts, my Figment and whatever. Does anyone else do this, or is it just me?
Well, I'm maybe not quite as bad as you, Michelle. However, in my t-shirt drawer, I will make sure that I have all my Stitch and Stitch related t-shirts together. I then got my cruise line t-shirts together. The remainder of my tops are then notoriously Mickey and Minnie themed, and then they will be kind of colour coordinated, so that I will have all like my black and my dark colour t-shirts together, and then I'll have all my white t-shirts together, and then all like the pale pinks, and yeah. So I can't comment, Michelle, because I'm just as bad.
Oh, you've just brought me into a
Organised.
mode now. I'm now thinking about, do I go for Mickey and Minnie white, Mickey and Minnie coloureds? Oh, no. Oh, I'm going to have to relaminate the signs I've made.
So it's not OCD, Michelle, it's just being organised.
It's CDO, because that's in the correct order of the alphabet.
Oh, we're going to get into a whole other argument here, aren't we? It's like, shall we move on?
Yeah, my neurodivergent self is going on neurodiversity spicy rating number 20 now. So, yeah. Okay, so that's basically going to be it for this week's podcast. I hope you've enjoyed listening to us prattle on about the world of Disney. If you want to catch more from us, why not pop on over to Patreon/Disney Dream Girls, where we have additional content exclusively for our supporters, and we thank them 100% for keeping our show advert free. We've also been sharing quite a lot of content over there at Diz Dream Girls on Instagram. So if you don't already follow us, please make sure you do, for all sorts of things that I'm getting posted over there right now. If you want to contact us with your comments, thoughts, and basically t-shirt organisation schemes, it's info@disneydreamgirls.com. But until next week, it's a goodbye from me.
And bye from me.